You see the cockerel? He should walk in a moment. Actually, he got run down with a motorbike, so he's got a bad limp. So you'll see him limping. Well, he will if he decides to move. See him limping? He got knocked down by a motorbike. A motorcycle what speeded past this house. So he's got a bad leg. Motorcycle accident, chicken. We have the two greedy goats here, and it's too early for your food. So, you know,
you'll do it till 10.
10 o'clock's your time. She's not listening. She's not listening. It's like the lorry's back. Still early morning. It's about 5 to 10 in the morning. I was going to try and reverse. Yeah, reversing. That's something else as well about this land. You know, tractors need to park on it and lorries need to park on it. So that's it. Quite a few sugarcane lorries here this morning. Spectacular. But they're actually working in the sugarcane fields. So I'm sure there's going to be a full load of some lorries coming soon with a full load on. Absolutely spectacular. From early this morning, another load of sugarcane. Hello there. Hi guys. Good afternoon here in the Philippines. Right guys, before I start, please like and subscribe. Please share the videos. Please help support the videos. I'm just listening, sugarcane lorries. And thank you very much, Gloria and Son, for sending. Thanks for the support, guys. You know, serious questions. So, actually, thanks for all the comments, guys. Great comments, but serious questions. Seriously. I was actually going to cover this topic as well, so I'm glad somebody really asked this question. And the question was, seriously, state pension, why did I come here to the Philippines? Now, I'm not sure if this phone's moving a little, and that's probably due. So let me just have a look, guys. That's probably due to this fan. We've got a fan up here. So, does it look like this phone's moving? It's okay. I'm on about with the fan. Right, so I think it's okay. So if we've got a shaky it's due to the fan. Right. I can actually see phone moving a bit, but it should be okay. So it's very rare I do these sit downs. You know, we are actually going out sooner or later, I'm sure about that. So serious question, state pension. Well, to be honest, it's my third time here in the Philippines. You know, my first time I came for 1 month, then I did 2 months, and this is my third time. So I'm here now, I think I'm here about 16 months now, so I'm here quite a while. So the question was, also land here, I don't know how much it is, guys. You'd be lucky to buy land here in Concilian. There is land for sale, but the serious question, state pension. Now, it actually never entered my mind about state pension. You know, in England, like I said, I'm from the UK, England. It just never entered my mind whatsoever. In fact, because I moved here to the Philippines, I didn't even realise, or I didn't really know, I were allowed to have a state pension. because I've moved away from England, you know, I thought it'd be something like, you know, well, you've moved away from England, you're not entitled to have a pension. So I thought it was one of them. But my plan was, you know, YouTube, get monetized, get some sort of payment from YouTube, and basically go from there, you know, travel around the Philippines, maybe wherever in the world, but travel around the Philippines, you know, make a little bit of money, and that's my plan, you know. So I didn't think I were actually entitled to a pension. Now in England, it's, hold on guys, I'm going to have to stop this fan because I know it's checking this phone. Guys, I've turned it off. I don't think there's any of that state pension. So really, I didn't think I'd be actually entitled to a pension. In England, UK, I think it's 65 years old when you retire. Now let me just tell you this. I never ever planned to retire. I never planned to retire, you know, never. I basically want to do YouTube and basically do YouTube till I'm 80, 90 year old if I make it. So basically I never ever thought about a pension, and I didn't think I were entitled, and I think it's 65 years when you retire in England, UK. But I did actually see something, I think it was on news, which I never watch the news. I never watch the news, I don't listen to the media. So it's always the same anyway, you know, there's either a war here or there's something that's happened here, what's always happening. So that's why I don't watch media. There's always a war or some type of problem, and it's not new, nothing's new. So it's just the same human race type of thing. So that was it. I think now in England you retire at, I think they're trying to take age up to 87 due to England being poor, which is not really that poor, you know. Having said that, it will be poor because England, it's funding wars, it's funding this, it's funding that. Not exactly funding wars, but you know, you'll have to look into it. There's always a war and England's sending money here, there and everywhere, you know, and England's in debt, you know, that type of thing. That's politics. And it's not something I'm going to go into, it's not my business. So, not while I'm here, it's not. So, that's it guys, I never ever thought about a state pension. Right, funny thing is, about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I actually was in the plaza. So I'm in the plaza in Murcia, Negros Occidental. I saw this guy walk past, and you're a black guy, and I thought it, so, you know, I stuck out, like I'm a white guy, I stick out here in the Philippines. So I watched this guy walk past, and I thought, oh, a black American guy. So that's what I thought, black American guy. Then the guy came walking back past, and I went, hi, hello, and he went, hi, hello, shook hands, and I got chatting to this black American guy. So, and what happened with him is, they come here to the Philippines, similar to me, as I've got this correct, about 20 years ago. Now, he had a girlfriend here in the Philippines, and she took him, according to the guy, the American guy, she took him for everything he'd got. She took the house, she took the baby, or she took the kid. Or I could have actually got that one wrong actually. So I actually think, yeah, further on we'll cover that. I think what happened is, well, he met a beautiful girl and she took him for everything he'd got, his money, his house. So he was left with no money according to him. Now he lived in Bacolod City. Now in Bacolod City there's a plaza, and when you go to the SM guys, you go through this plaza. You go into Libertad, catch a bus from Libertad, down to the plaza. Or you get off at Libertad and you walk down into the plaza. Now this plaza is where a lot of people, homeless people, are living. You know, there's kids, homeless kids and families. Woof woof, looks like there's a dispute. So they're all laid on the floor, the poor, they've got no money. And that's where they lived for 2 years. So he actually lived on the street, if I've got this correctly, for about 2 years. Now, he's quite a religious, not basically a religious guy, but he's a church guy. Now, he did actually meet another girl. So, what happened is, yeah, it's hard trying to think with dogs yapping away. So, what happened was, just a minute. Ah, we've stopped. They've stopped barking. I'm glad there's no music. So, what happened was, he were in Bacolod City, he were homeless, and he went to the church. So now you go to the church, and the church feeds you. So I think that's what he did for a meal. He went to the church or the cathedral for a meal. And then he came into Bacolod, I forgot name, you know, come through Mercia, the first cathedral on your left hand side. Now, I think he spent quite a long time, quite a while there in that cathedral, as well as the cathedral near the SM in Bacolod City. And he also actually met someone here in Concilian, and he spent time here in Concilian with a guy that said he had a church, and he were a churchman. And that turned out not to be true. You know, when he went to stay with this guy, and this guy had a church, it turned out not to be true, but you know, that's another story. I won't go into that one, but it weren't true, but he stayed there. Now I got chatting to him, and he actually said he'd met another girl, and they've got a baby, and he's like me actually, this guy, this American guy. He's actually penniless, as far as I know, as far as I can work out. So, right, there's a little dispute. There's always a dispute here with dogs. You know, a strange dog comes in and it's yap yap, and they don't like the dogs coming in here because it's their territory. So, and food's a premium. So, he got on, he says, yeah, well, there's an orphanage. I says, oh, so he's now working at this orphanage, or he's got a lot to do with this orphanage. Because he's a religious, I can't say a religious guy. I mean, me saying a religious guy means somebody what goes to church. So, he's quite a religious guy, you know, he's a church goer. So, now he's got something to do with this orphanage. I said, orphanage? Where's the orphanage? I said, I'm from Concilian. He says, oh yeah, he says, I'm living in Concilian. He didn't know I come from Concilian. He says, there's an orphanage there. This orphanage is being built. I said, whereabouts in Concilian's this orphanage? I ride all over the place, and I haven't seen this orphanage. And if I have seen this orphanage, I ain't realised it's an orphanage. Oh yeah, it's up in the sugarcane fields. I says, whereabouts in sugarcane fields? I says, and ours an orphanage that end up in sugarcane fields. Well, he says what it was. A guy from America, a priest, or a priest from America, a guy from America, come here and he's opened an orphanage. But what's happened is, I mean, it's probably a syndicate, right? I mean, I don't know about this orphanage, I don't know where this orphanage is, but I will actually look into it and try and find it, if there is an orphanage there. And he says, yeah, he says, we've come, you know, yeah, we've opened this orphanage, and he says, we're actually in Mercia now, in the in the Mayor's building, across from the plaza. So there's a problem now with this orphanage, and the problem with this orphanage is, they bought the sugarcane land, and like I've said before, guys, right, you've got 10 in a family, and they all sign this paper, but 9 sign it. Now, number 10's missing, and number 10's actually, as I said, was number 10. I said, as number 10 come knocking on the door and said, hey, what's an orphanage doing on my sugarcane fields? Well, basically that's supposed to have happened, and they bought this sugarcane land cheap. They've already built this orphanage on it, which is in Concilian. And I said, whereabouts in Concilian? Well, you go through Concilian, I said, near Cornens. There's a nice restaurant here called Cornens. he says, ah yeah, go on, and says, go up there, he says, and you take a left, and he says, it's up there. So I don't really know them directions. So I know it's in Consilian, and you go up there and you take one of them, but I don't know where that is. So I don't know what orphanage is. And because this girl actually took him for all his money, and he ended up on the street, but he's with another girl now, and she's pregnant, and he says, I mean, he says he's planning a big wedding, this American guy. I mean, good luck to him if he's met somebody, and you know, whatever happens, like I said, good luck, you know. If it's all good, you know, good luck. But what happened was, he says, and then I'm going to get my pensions. Actually, before he got chatting about pensions, he actually got chatting. Now then, it's really hard to chat when I can hear so many things. I've had to turn the fan off because I couldn't really think. So, what happened was, one moment guys, let me pause. So what happened was, guys, he's met this girl, she's got a baby now, I think the baby's 2 or 3 year old. And I says, well, what about going back to America, you know, when you lost all your money, you'd got your money. And I said, what about you, while you're here, guys, every 2 months you have to pay a visa, you have to pay your visa. And I think it can be 60 to 5,000 pesos. Don't ask me why, it's always a different price when I go. So you have to pay your visa to be here in the Philippines. And I said, well, what about paying your visa? He said, well, I've been here 20 years. He says, and when I first come here, there were no visa, I didn't have to pay no visa. I said, what about now? So he's not paying his visa, right? So, joint club. So, you know, we have to cross that bridge when we get there. So, I mean, it's a problem. I says, well, did you not ever think to going back to America? Georgia. I was from Georgia, America. I said, did you not ever think about going back to Georgia, there in America? He says, yeah. He says, what happened was, you know, because he lived on the street here. According to him, he lived on the street here in Bacolod City, Bacolod Plaza. So, what happened was, he went to the American consulate, and he ended up American consulate and said, yeah, we'll get you. Have you got friends and family at home? No, no friends and family at home, no one can send you any money, no one can send you the money, no, right. We'll get you a ticket, but when you get back to America, you'll have to pay it back. So the American guy went, no, he says, I'm not paying it back. Why should I pay? So he didn't take the deal. He stopped here in the Philippines. Why should I pay for my plane ticket to fly back to America? You know, as far as he was concerned, the American consulate should pay. He's an American citizen, right? And he actually worked in America. And what he did, his job was cars, buy and sell cars and sell parts, and also fix the cars and sell the cars. So he didn't want to take that deal, so he stopped here because he didn't want to pay the money back. Excuse me. So he didn't want to pay the money back. So okay, I'm just looking. I don't know why, but just a moment, guys. Right, it's okay. My phone looks to be running really slow, so I hope this video turns out okay. So that's it, guys. But he actually got on about his pension. I said, pension? He says, yeah. He says, I'm on about now trying to get my pension sent here. I says, they'll send you a pension from America. He says, what he said was, he'd already got a friend here from America that were living here, somewhere in Philippines. And this guy, he contacted America, the pension place, I don't know, state pension, whatever, and they sent the guy a pension. So rather than you going, say, back to England, or rather than you going back to America and signing up for this pension, you know, and then you get your pension sent here into the Philippines, Now, this guy's got a baby now, so he said his pension would be low, but it would go up a little higher because he's got a baby and he's getting married. And he's got a big wedding planned. So, I thought, well, that just sparked. I thought, well, I wonder if I would be entitled, actually, I wonder if I'd be entitled to a pension. Never ever crossed my mind. Once I came to the Philippines, I thought that were it. I was alone, and the only way I could make money here is by YouTubing, or by doing something similar to that, or set the girlfriend up in a business when we had the money. And that's what I thought. That was the plan. And then, you know, the rest, travel around, make YouTube videos. And I never thought about a pension. I honestly never ever thought about a pension. But if I'm actually entitled to a pension, maybe one day soon, I'll actually try to get the pension. So I'll probably sign up for this pension, state pension. But if I make it good, you know, which I will, I'll sooner or later, might take 5 months, 12 months, you know, a year on YouTube before I start to get proper good money. And then I probably never need a pension. But if things don't turn out and I'm not making enough money, maybe one day I'll have to, you know, have a state pension from England sent here to the Philippines. So that were a really good question, because this guy, this black American guy, nice guy, you know, like I said, if he hadn't have actually told me about pension, because then I thought, a pension? Well, I didn't even know I were entitled to this pension. So now a pension. Listen, I'm going on about a pension because a pension's important. You know, if you ain't got no way of money, a pension's very important. So it's a good question. So anybody in England, if you know about state pension there in England to the Philippines, please make a comment, contact me on WhatsApp. So I thought that were a really good question actually. So, but like I said, thanks for the questions. Now, sooner or later, when I do actually get a good connection, you know, when I do manage to get the money, whenever that is, I don't know. So whenever I manage to get some money and I get a connection here, I'll actually start to do live videos, you know, similar to this but live, but I'll let everybody know I'm doing it. So that's it, guys. Have a beautiful day. Take care. God bless. Please like, subscribe. Please help support. And like I said, please, if you feel free to make a comment. But guys, you know, sitting here, state pension. But you know, I have actually been around quite a while. Sooner or later I will try and find this orphanage. If it's not there, it never happened. So at least I'll discover something, I'm sure about that. Right, so we're probably off to Mercia sooner or later. I mean, it's been a lovely rainy morning. So I'll get off to Mercia and try and upload this video. If I can't, it's Monday today. So if it don't get uploaded today, you know, I'll go tomorrow and I'll try and upload it. And I'll try and do a little bit of shopping. Thank you very much, Gloria. The 10 is a big help. Take care, God bless, guys. And actually, before I go, I'd like to say, like I said, I hope all my new and old subscribers are taking care. And I hope Lee's okay there, back in the UK, and flying guy. Right, guys, so that's it. I'll have a look outside. In fact, before I knock off, I'll actually show you outside, because I'll turn the camera. I'll show you Joveline's little sorry store. He makes a few pesos, but believe me, every little helps. Hello there. You've had a little food today. Yes, you're not getting no more. She's growing up to a big dog now. So that's it. Right guys, gets a little dark till I turn round, so that's the little sorry store, and it's doing a few pesos, but like I said, you know, think about it, 100 pesos, I mean I don't know how much she's earned, but if you make 100 pesos, it's a bit of rice and a few eggs, so thumbs up, God bless, take care. Absolutely gorgeous angel. Wow. Absolutely fabulous. God bless.